Alright guys, this is going to be pretty much like part 2 of the notes of what we did yesterday. Yesterday you focused on inequalities that only had variables on one side, and this one is going to focus on inequalities that have variables on both sides. So let's look at number 5. Now you're going to go through all of your equation solving rules. So first is distribute, next combine like terms, third move your numbers to one side, fourth move your variables to the other side. So the steps have not changed. The only thing that's changed is on today's assignment there will be variables on both sides. So let's go through and solve this. There's no parentheses, so I can't distribute. Look in the left. There's no like terms. Look in the right. There's no like terms. So now I'll directly start to move. I'm going to move my numbers to the right just because I've made a habit of doing that. They cancel here. 9 minus 1 is 8. Now, I have my regular numbers on the right. I need to move my variables to the other side. So, add 2x. Those cancel, and I'll get 8x is less than 8. From here, last step, divide. Divide by 8, divide by 8. And x is less than 1. So over here on our graph, put in 1, put a couple numbers above it, put a few numbers below it, circle it, and now it says x is going to be the values that are less than 1. So something one of my students pointed out today was that when you look at the symbol, it points at the direction you need to shade in. Now let's just test a value below and a value above and make sure it's good. So we've got 6 times, let's go ahead and pick 0 for my value below. Plus 1 should be less than 9 minus 2 times 0. That's going to be 0 plus 1, which is 1. And then 2 times 0 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 9. And 1 is less than 9, so that one checked out. Now let's just confirm and do a number on the right. So I'm going to plug in 2. 6 times 2 plus 1. And let's see if that's less than 9 minus 2 times 2. So, working out the left, 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. And then 2 times 2 is 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. 13 is not smaller than 5. So that one does not work. So none of these numbers will work over here. Alright, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to solve this just the same way. No distribute, no like terms there, no like terms there. So move on to my numbers. Move my number to the right. So I've got 2x less than or equal to 5x plus 21. Now, move my x's to the other side. Subtract 5x minus 5x. I get negative 3x is less than or equal to 21. Now, to finish this one out, I've got to divide by negative 3. So I get x and negative 7. And remember, whenever you divide and your denominator is negative, this bottom number is negative, your symbol is going to flip. So instead of less than or equal to, it's turned into greater than or equal to. And once again, let's put it on our number line. So we've got negative 7. Let's put numbers above that. Put some numbers below that. We're going to circle it. And now we're going to see which side to shade. Now remember, this says greater than or equal to, so this is going to be a closed circle. This negative 7 should be included. And now, this says greater than negative 7, it should be this side. Now, if you want to check before you highlight, that's more than fine. But let's go ahead and check this. Let's try plugging in a number that's on the greater than side. So I'm going to go up to 0, just because I like plugging in 0. So go back to your original, 2 times 0 minus 1 should be less than or equal to 5 times 0 plus 20. That's 0 minus 1, which is negative 1. That's 0 plus 20, which is positive 20. And negative 1 is less than or equal to 20. So this side worked. Try one on the other side. Let's go with negative 8. So 2 times negative 8 minus 1 should be less than or equal to 5 times negative 8 plus 20. That's going to be negative 16 minus 1, which is negative 17, less than or equal to negative 40 plus 20, which is negative 20. Now, remember, when our negative number has a higher value than our other negative number, it's actually lower. So this statement is not true, so these values do not work. All right, this is part 1. Look for parts 2 and 3.